Hello? Are you still there? Am I still here? Where am I? Alright. Starting off the stream with the still be a drawing. Just gonna get right into it. Look at how nice my handwriting was, though. I have such neat handwriting. What if I just did nothing but write stuff? Wait, it's not thick enough. This tool is also nice to write with. Gives it a lot of energy to it. So you can really sense the desperation with this pen. Alright. If there's no one's gonna be here to chat with me, I'm just gonna go ahead and draw whatever I feel like drawing, and no one's gonna stop me. Not that anyone will stop me even if someone was here. But I'm gonna draw. I've been spending the last few days not drawing. So I'm gonna draw. What should I draw? I didn't plan ahead. I'm gonna draw some chibis. And draw some chibis. Talk about how I've been slacking on streams because I was expected to move at this point this month. God's fault, I guess. It's making it so I cannot move out this month. I will have to spend another month where I am right now before I can move into a place that's gonna be mine. Although technically it's not mine. There's a whole convoluted system of a place that I'm buying, but I'm essentially buying a place. It's easier to say it that way. It's been a bit of a hassle the last few months having to deal with this on my own. Well, not fully on my own, but dealing with all of it without a real estate agent because my dumbass. Make sure you do it with a real estate agent and don't try to be like me. Although technically speaking, I have gotten all the things that I needed to get sorted. It was a bit of a headache and it used up a lot of paper to print stuff, and it would save you a lot of trouble if you just paid that couple of $100 or $1,000 and so dollars for a real estate agent. I say that, but I actually don't know how much a real estate agent costs. I don't know how much their services cost. I just assumed they cost a lot, so you know, maybe it's just easier to say don't moved out to a new place by now, but not happening. So I figured why not just go ahead and draw, since I haven't really drawn much in a bit. I was playing a few games in my own time, and by a few I mean not much. The most noteworthy game that I played recently was a little game that I don't think I've seen anyone else talk about, or at least no one in my sphere. It's called Henry Halfhead. It's a cute little game. We led to believe that, like, universally it was a loved game by people. Hololive, Silk Song, and all that. But then I saw people on some forum elsewhere talking about how they tried to like Hollow Knight and they didn't really like it. And I was like, oh, so there are people that don't like it. Despite that, I still bought it. I bought it in the hopes that I will like it, but there's a chance that I won't like it, but I won't know until I play it. I've never really watched anyone play it, so I don't know what it's like. I know it's supposed to be like a Metroidvania game, but I've never really played a Metroidvania style game, so I have no idea if I like it myself since I go through games too fast. I think Hollow Knight's supposed to be like difficult too, so we'll see. I think on Steam it says that game is most similar to I couldn't beat the Candy House, the Candyland level. Well, it wasn't a candy house, it was a candy like castle or something that came to life. I couldn't beat that, I couldn't beat the dragon. It was too hard. And I've seen people play and beat that game. I've seen the dice boss, and I've seen the devil boss. I would never. Watching people fight and beat those bosses gave me anxiety. It looked too stressful. This little chibi's emotion sums up my feelings on the dice boss and Satan in Cuphead. In this household, we hate dice and we hate the devil. I guess. It's a reasonable stance to get into when someone's denying you of your right to nugs. I wonder if this game's OST is gonna get striked. I guess it doesn't matter because I don't make money. And I 100% of the achievements before that update. So I had to make sure to go back into that game and get the new update, the new achievements, which were easy enough to get, thankfully. A nice, chill, simple game. Speaking of which, Crime Scene Cleaner also got an update, and they added some new maps to that. So I reinstalled that game, and since I went through the trouble of reinstalling it, I'm probably just gonna end up playing it from the beginning again, because it's an easy game to replay for me. I love that game. Power Wash Simulator 2 also came out, and it disappointed them, which is fine. They are not my parents. I've already done that enough with my parents. Anyway, this chibi little child, their name is... Hang on, I'm gonna fix their hair. They have too much hair for such a wee little child. What should their name be? In front of me because I am child. And I don't think that's an unreasonable request. I think we should respect their boundaries, and I think we should most certainly not have premarital sex in front of them. I don't think that's too much to ask. Okay. You have been drawn. Now I'm gonna do something else. Thank you for your service, bro. I'm gonna try a different pen. I wish I could just stick to a pen that I like. Although I guess that pencil tool that I used, I do like it, but it's kind of a bit too chunky for my taste. I'll draw them, but for the first time, it's not a girl character that I was fixated on drawing, because I usually just like to draw girl characters because they're easy to draw because they're soft. Most of the time. I don't know how to draw men. Men are scary. Who's this? Oh wait, oh. I was like, I had someone in mind to draw and I completely forgot because I was too busy talking about my own OC. I mean, it's not gonna be very accurate to who they are, but I'm gonna draw them anyway because they just came to mind and suddenly I felt like I wanted to draw them. This would be a good opportunity to draw something for... It's gonna be one of those instances where I hope people can understand where I'm coming from with it, but if they don't, that's okay because I end up liking it. And sometimes when you're a little hobby artist and you don't have an audience, sometimes that's all you can hope for. You just have to hope that what you're drawing is something that you actually like. Otherwise, you'll feel that drawing is all for naught. the hell do you draw this bitch? Well, she's not a bitch, but I kind of don't remember. I think her hair isn't. Her bangs might not be low enough, but in the official art, her freaking bangs or fringe, or whatever you call it. I don't know. I don't know if fringe is like a UK version of saying bangs, but like the front part of the hair. What does she wear? What if I give her something else to wear? What's a... No, never mind. Let's go with her default. I remember her default. What's the thing? Oh, but her official artwork has her bangs covering half of her eyes and they just peek out. Which is honestly a bold choice. But I heard something. Urban banner? Honestly, that might be unintentionally like a ripoff of someone I work with's name. Their name isn't Bry, but it's close to Bry. I guess he's just currently on the mind right now because I was talking to him a little bit earlier for work. Oh my god, speaking of work, I guess the last time, I mean, it's not a big deal. No one else would care about it, but like the people involved, I guess. But the last time I streamed was a bit ago, and I think what transpired happened happened after. But one of the people in my job or my company that I work for, they were a manager level, and they were unexpectedly let go in the middle of the week, and it was a very shocking announcement that was made because no one had any idea that it was happening. And then when I asked them about it, because I was like, huh? Because the last thing they said to me was just a random work-related thing. There was no hint of a firing or a letting go. I was talking to them, asking them like what happened and stuff, and they basically said that they figured that like they were expected to get like a bad performance review or something like that, and let them go right on the spot on that day. And the way it happened kind of sucked too, because I was told that like before like 12 p.m. or something like that, the boss essentially just asked everyone who's in the office at the time. I wasn't there. I was working from home, but they asked everyone who was in the office at the time to leave the office except for the person that they were letting go. Can you imagine being in that position where you hear that your boss is telling everyone to go home except for you so they could talk to you in private? Oh my god. That would be so... I'd be like, oh no, really negative connotation. Let go, I guess, is different because technically they didn't do anything wrong. They just weren't great at their job. How do you draw... What orientation is a Magatama? I already forget. It's been... Wait. What is... Oh, that's the Gavineer's logo. Oh my god. Boss. Well, my boss is the one that's also in charge of like they're like the head of the company basically. Our company is pretty small, so there's not a whole lot of like people. There's not a whole lot of people like running management and stuff like that. But I don't know. Based on how people react when it comes to me and my work performance, it doesn't sound like I would ever be in line to be let go in such a manner as long as I still work. But I don't know. Anytime someone tries to be like, "Hey, you got a second?" or like, "Hey, you got a minute to talk?" I get scared. I'm like, "What have I done? What have I done wrong?" Usually nothing, but like, you never know. You never know. You might accidentally break a labor law that you didn't know about. I don't kind of like are like lost their jobs in some manner or are like going back to school to learn other things. Hello, Nosy the Killer Rabbit. What's your Halloween costume this year? Probably my PJs. I have not dressed up I have not dressed up for Halloween in years because usually Halloween falls on a day when I work, and also I am a grown Halloween. I kind of forgot that Halloween was like happening. I did not prep myself with anything. I did buy some candy, or I bought some chocolate earlier on Target, but that's only because I needed to meet the $35 requirement for delivery because my house has no toilet paper. The day after Halloween is your birthday? Oh, happy early birthday. No, wait. What her? Oh, she wears a jacket. She wears a jacket. Sorry, I'm still also trying to remember what this character I'm drawing wears. I've probably been asleep or busy when you've streamed, I imagine. That's fair. That's fair. It's important to sleep. With the change in the seasons and stuff like that, it's been harder for me to get out of bed. I've luckily still been able to wake up early when I need to. Like, if I set an alarm for 6 a.m., I'm usually up at like 5 something, so I don't have to worry about the alarm waking me up. Which sometimes having the alarm wake me up actually makes me more alert, but it's nice waking up early enough that you can just like get on your phone for a bit and doom scroll before your day starts. I don't think I'm drawing. I don't remember what she wears. Something about this doesn't look right, and I decided I don't care. Have you ever seen the film Joker? I have not. I don't watch any movies. I'm assuming you're talking about Joker from like the DC comics. I have not watched any DC movies or Marvel movies. I don't watch any movies, in fact. Be safe out there. Don't cause no trouble. Being an adult just means that, like, I guess a lot of people, there's still probably a lot of adults that still celebrate Halloween and go trick-or-treating with, like, kids and stuff like that. For me, I'm just like, if I need candy, I just go buy it myself. But I think there's a lot of people that really enjoy Halloween. I personally am not, like, I don't care for Halloween, but I know, like, a lot of adults love Halloween. For, like, the spooky vibes and stuff. For me, the current state of the world is already scary enough as is, and that I live that daily, so I don't need to add, like, I don't need to add, like, to have as much sleep as possible. I'm, like, okay when if I don't, like, if I lose out on sleep. I don't think I'm the type that really notices if I get, like, 10 minutes of extra sleep or not. I notice it if I get, like, if it gets really annoying if, like, you go to bed at a reasonable time and when you know you have to wake up early but you just can't sleep. That drives me insane. Hello, Bombite. I don't know why you felt the inclination to spam so much highs, but hello. Unless that's something that's glitching on your end. But it's not nice to spam in people's chats. I don't know, do I gotta teach you chat etiquette? She's looking a bit too gentle for her type of... Oh well, it's too late. I'm not fixing it. There's no turning back. I've decided that this is how it's going to be, and I'm just gonna move on to someone else. I haven't really drawn in a bit. But to answer Urban's question about the move thing, I briefly mentioned in the beginning, but basically it's not happening this month. It's being pushed sometime next month, hopefully, if things work out. Don't know the exact date. I'm waiting on stuff. Hopefully I'll get some good news this week, but who knows. It is what it is. It's no one's fault, but the people's fault that it is. It's not my fault, that's for sure. I certainly didn't. It certainly wasn't my fault. That's all I'll say. I did everything that I needed to do. It's the fault of somebody else. What's happened while I haven't streamed? I assume a number of things have happened, but I frankly, I don't know if I've been up to date with anything that's happened on the internet. I've been so distracted with life. And remember to drink water and stretch. I have water. Oh, this morning I've been occasionally when I wake up in the morning, my room gets pretty cold because sometimes the heat just don't be turning on because the landlord has it done in a way where just the heat turns on when I don't need it and it's not on when I need it. Anyway, so it was cold this morning, and what I'll do is I'll mix some like cold water and like, and I was like, owie. And then it also it shot memories back to me when, what was it, on Saturday I think? I went out to have lunch with my mom at like a Vietnamese spot. And sometimes when you order their staple like noodle dish for Vietnam, and my mom looked at the jalapenos and said like, oh, I wonder if that's spicy. And then me being the fool that I was, unaware, thought it'd be funny if I just took this jalapeno slice with the seeds and all and popped it into my mouth to try to eat it. I knew it'd be hot, and I don't have the best spice tolerance. In fact, I'm pretty pussy shit when it comes to spice tolerance, unfortunately. But I thought it'd be like, I knew it'd be spicy, but I wasn't prepared for how spicy it was. And I almost threw up because of how spicy it was, and I couldn't bring myself to like spit it out until my mom shoved her napkin in my face, and then I spat it out. And then I was trying to like keep calm and like just have a calm composure because we were in a restaurant, and I was just sitting there sweating with tears coming down my face. I was just like, this is very hot. And I tried to drink some water that they gave me to cool it down, but the water that they gave us was warm. So I was trying to alleviate the burning pain on my tongue with hot water, and it really didn't help. My mom got a nice little laugh out of that, but she was also like, "Are you an idiot?" I was like, "Well, now I know." I had never like tried to eat like a fresh jalapeno slice before. It was really thin slice too. It's just I did not realize how spicy they were. I was unawares. It's a funny story now. My mom's great. Yeah. It's a funny time. But yeah, if you didn't know, jalapeno, fresh jalapeno, can be pretty spicy. I think maybe it's pickled or like sits in brine. Anyway, it's not as spicy. I guess it's also like drowned in cream cheese, which is dairy, and dairy helps to like negate the level of spice. So like I really just like set myself up for failure when I did it. But so that was that. A hurricane went off in the ocean, but it hit Jamaica. Yeah, it sucks because isn't like Jamaica and like the Caribbean islands and all that stuff, don't they get hit by hurricanes like pretty frequently? Or whenever there's a big hurricane news happening, you always hear the islands get hit pretty badly. I'm pretty sure this one was dead on. It was like dead on, and it also like stayed on them like for a bit, right? I think I remember seeing that on Reddit. That sucks. I'm hoping that the damage wasn't like too awful. But I assume with any hurricane there's always going to be some damage and death. I don't know if our country is doing anything to help them, but I'm hoping some other countries can help to give them support and stuff, because our Lord knows our country can't do shit right now for people. Like how people on food stamps aren't going to be getting any assistance in November. Or how because of the government shutdown, people in the military might not get paid. And I was like, well, that's not good. Because I have friends in the military. So I was like, ooh, that's not good. It's not good for them. It's not good for the people who rely on food stamps for money, or for food. Everyone's getting shat on. Except for Argentina, I guess. 175 miles per hour wind. I have no frame of reference when it comes to that kind of speed because I never run that fast, but I'm sure it was rough. Trees get uprooted at 125. So like, would it be possible for like a whole island to be lifted with enough wind? Is that how it works? Could you imagine living on an island and there's like such strong winds that the land underneath your feet get lifted, even if it's like a smidgen and you feel it? That'd be crazy. You presumably wouldn't think that it's the land itself that's getting lifted. You probably think it's like the asphalt or something that's getting lifted, but it's kind of crazy, wouldn't it? Isn't it? It's like a Zelda thing. Yeah, they're using the hand. What do you call that power again? Not the god hand. What was the hand called? I forget the hand power. My music stopped. Even though I hit loop. Okay, I didn't want to loop. What music? What's some good music? Can I put on classical music? Is that gonna ping as copyright? Classical music. We're studying. Sure. We're studying. Is classical music public domain? Probably not, right? I'm sure someone's trying to claim it. You know what? I changed my mind. I'll just loop the easy delivery code. This might also be copyright, but that's okay. Hello, Cole. Welcome to the stream. What was I doing? Oh, I'm sorry. I needed to bring up the chat up. Beethoven is royalty free, technically. I just want to be one of those people that can have that, like, what is it? They pay like a subscription for like a music service that like you can have license free music or something, or like music that's like that won't get pinged for copyright or something like that if you have license. Depends on the performance. Video game music is usually pretty chill. Yeah, but I like don't play games, so I don't know what music is out there. I think at one point I remember a while back that Lo-Fi Girl used to be like good, like free to use for stream, or like you didn't need, like you wouldn't get pinged for it. But I think they've gotten big enough where they've copywritten their stuff, which is fine. Valid. You making some music? Go ahead and get your bag. I do like the music from Easy Delivery Co. But I think I like this song the best. When I was playing the game, this is the song that I usually had playing. The other songs are good too, but they weren't as vibe fitting as this one. I used to have one that has popular creators for like $12 a month, so I just played Animal Crossing 5 p.m. That was what you had to pay $12 a month to play Animal Crossing at 5 p.m.? That doesn't sound right. Victoria 3 has chill music. Stellaris, I'm assuming those are games. What if I just put on 8-bit Ace Attorney music? Would that get pinged? That'd probably get pinged, right? Not that it really matters. Like I said, I don't get paid to stream on the YouTubes. So it affects me not. Alright, I think I've spent long enough on Maya, and this doesn't look right. She's not wearing the correct attire. I think I made it too... I don't remember what her attire is. I'm moving on. You can just, like, stay here. I haven't been streaming for that. The sun started going down, so it's getting dark, and I was like, have I been streaming for that long? But I forgot that the sun goes down. The sun goes down, like, before, like, at 5. This ain't bad. Yeah, this is good. But it's certainly it's probably something that I'll probably get bored of if it plays long enough. Easy delivery code. I want to use a different tool. Do I like this pen? How? What? The size means nothing. I'm shrinking it and it's still the same size. I wish I could settle on a brush. Do I like this? No. Do I like this? Eh. There you go. But what do I draw? This is a whole lot of fucking nothing. I've had no motivation recently to do anything much. But if I don't have the stress of trying to move out by the end of this month over my head, maybe I'll think about doing a thing. I was contemplating playing, trying out Hollow Knight on stream, but I was wondering if that would be a good idea. I still don't know if I'll like the game or not. So I'm like afraid that I'm not gonna like it, and I wouldn't be able to play for very long. I think it was called like Last Report. Where's my mouse? Oh, there it is. Last Report. On the bright side, looks like my internet's holding out okay. Haven't dropped frames too much. All I needed to do was take like a 2-week break from streaming. Last Report seems cool. Yeah, I was probably intrigued by it when I saw like a preview of it, but I don't remember. It's been so long since I saw it that I don't remember what it was like. I probably won't be able to check it out before Halloween because the thought of me streaming heaven forbid. Honestly, I'd like tell myself like when I move, maybe then I'll fit it like an extra stream into the week. Like part of me feels like sometimes occasionally will be motivated to do stuff, but then like I just don't. I can't explain it. I just don't. And instead I just play games on my own time. And I hyperfixate on it for a couple of hours. I still need to play more Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulation. That's still an ongoing thing that I literally forgot about until just this moment. I literally forgot that I was playing that game. Even though I drew Maya, I forgot that I was playing an Ace Attorney game. So honestly, I might not play Hollow Knight. Well, because I feel like if I'm gonna do any streams that isn't Ace Attorney, it would probably be a drawing one, since people tend to like that. I think. Maybe, I don't know. I say that, but the last drawing stream I did, not much people tuned in, so I guess it depends. Depends on the vibes of YouTube. the overlords of YouTube if they want to push my stream or not. When I moved to my current house, I was full of piss and vinegar, ready to try stuff, but then I realized not much changed for the better at least, and it froze me. I hope this won't apply to you. You were full of piss and vinegar? What happened to you? What do you mean you were full of piss and vinegar? Like you drank a lot of water and ate a lot of like... what? I'm sure that's a saying, but I don't know what that saying means here. I've heard of piss and shit, but that's clearly a negative connotation, so that's probably not what you're... I was full of piss and vinegar? It just means energetic. Oh. I don't imagine anything in the American sphere would ever have a saying that involves vinegar. Like, outside of, like, salt and vinegar chips, and, like, maybe, apple cider vinegar. Vinegar is not a very common, like, American staple in terms of, like... I don't think Americans like vinegar enough that they would use it as, like, a saying in, you know, a day-to-day. If you say something, like, full of piss and, like, cheeseburgers, maybe I'd understand it. Aggressive energy? Hi, Ancient Arc. Welcome to the stream. It is true. Vinegar can be pretty aggressively energetic. When you try to stuff your face full of salt and vinegar chips, which sometimes I do when I'm in the mood for it, and you fuck up your whole entire mouth. But it's like worth it because it's so tasty sometimes. Give me a constantly updating RSS feed suggestion so I can try my ad on Thingy. First of all, that's not a question. I do not know what that is. That sounds like some like nerdy tech stuff. That like a normie wouldn't understand. A pager send for news. Is it akin to like a something that pings you? Is it like, do you get like desktop notifications for it or something? I hate that. But I also don't, there's nothing I actively try to keep my eye out for in life. Like, I assume people use it for, like when people go live on stream or a video comes out, or, like, when a certain, like, page gets updated. But I'm okay with being late to news. I don't like this person I've drawn, so I'm gonna abandon them in the corner. I'm gonna draw something else. This fucking page is gonna have a whole lot of fucking nothing. Is this pen any good? Is this pen any good? What's this pen? Here, I'll draw a character that I last was hyperfixated on drawing before I was distracted with video game, as always. We're also coming up at the end of the month. I have to look through my art that I've drawn this month and see what the fuck is worthy of posting. I also don't know if like... I think this last few weeks, the things that I've drawn were like very much things that without context don't fucking make sense. So I don't really even know if I'm gonna share it. But I mean, it doesn't matter, I guess. I use several RSS? Oh, is RSS not like a one like universal thing? I just assumed there was a one universal thing. There's multiple? That sounds like a headache. I was going through... Wait, I think the last time I streamed I already talked about it. My 2017 like art zine. About how I was flipping through the pages and I was talking about I had like stories set up like in my head of characters doing certain things and things happening, and I would just draw out like scenes from it or something like that. And I'd forgotten that I hadn't like done that in so long. Or like put a lot of effort into something like that. And I was like, wow, I used to have a lot of ideas. And like now I'm just a really boring person. It'd probably help if I looked at a media thing once in a while, like a show or like a movie. That's usually where inspiration draws, but man, that requires like work. Although, give me a second. I need to go turn on my light. It's getting too dark in my room. Really simple syndication or rich site summary. I originally stumbled it when I went on a certain comic strip update into feed. Yeah, I think I remember back when I used to like read like web comics and stuff. They would have the option to be like something RSS feeds to like you know, keep up with updates and stuff like that. And I never understood it. I was the type of person that would just like bookmark the page and then occasionally just check in to see if there was an update. I'd manually try to see if there were updates rather than have an automatic thing update me. Webcomics. Is that even still I'm sure that's still a prevalent scene outside of like webtoons. Oh, I don't want to do that. And then as I was packing my books, I was like, oh shit, this is all fucking heavy. And I was like, damn, she might have a point. I got rid of some like small books that like I think I like bought on a whim. And then most of them I kept because it's so hard to get rid of books. I'm just like, even if it's something that I only thumb through like once in a lifetime, I just like, it's just, books are so nice to have. Especially all my art books, all the art books from like various like artists and like series, manga series and stuff like that. I didn't confirm, but I did pack what seemed like a lot of Ace Attorney art books, and I kind of fear that I might have bought a duplicate at one point because I didn't remember. But I won't know until the books are all together in one place, because currently a portion of them are in where I'm currently living right now, and a larger portion is at my mom's place, which I had forgotten. I had forgotten in my youth I was buying Shonen Jump magazines, which was like a monthly... Was it monthly? I think it was monthly. Or weekly? Monthly, probably. No, it was weekly. Oh no. It was like a weekly magazine that came out that had like multiple like Shonen Jump series, like chapters and whatever. I have like a big box of them that date back to like 2000 and like 4? No, not 2004. 2009, I think? I can't remember exactly the years. But I was like, oh shit, I'll never know. But it's there. They're also in like a lot of them are in terrible condition because I was the type of bitch that like didn't understand that like once you fuck something up, you won't have it again. So I ripped out pages, certain pages that I wanted to hang on my wall or something like that. And I don't think I have those anymore, so I fucked it up. I'm not good at preserving stuff. Shonen Jump was distributed in the US? Yeah. Yeah, it was. I think at one point I was subscribed to the service, and then I stopped, and then I would, whenever we went to the mall, there was like bookstores that sold them. Bookstores and like stores that sold like music CDs and like DVDs or whatever. They used to be, it was like called like Sam Goody or like Suncoast or something like that. I spent so much money on books in my youth. I don't know where I got the money from, but I sure spent a lot of it. I was telling my mom, I was like, man, the amount. Well, I told my mom, but I think I did also post it on my Blue Sky too about how like if I didn't spend all this money on like manga and like art books and Shonen Jump and all that stuff, I probably would have had enough money saved to buy like a fucking house or two in New York, man. I was like, damn. Especially because some of these books are like, especially the books that I bought later on in my life, the art books. Those imported Japanese art books are so fucking expensive, man. They're like $50 to $60. But it's art. Pretty art. Ace for all my books. All my books and all my, what anime figurines I have, which... Man, I hate that I was like an impulsive buyer times for things that I like had a hyperfixation on for like a little bit. Because I have like a high Q, like the volleyball anime series. I have a high Q Nendoroid of a character that's not a main character. And I'm like, why the hell did I buy this? I never even took it out of the box. It's just been in the box and it's never been displayed. I'm like, I shouldn't have bought this, man. And maybe I could sell it, but like the act of selling just seems like such a hassle that I don't want to deal with. I don't even remember how much I bought it for, so I'm like, well, I'd probably end up selling it at like a loss, which, you know, maybe it means it goes to a home that someone will love it. But I don't know how much people care about a high Q these days. I don't even know if the anime ever finished. No, I never watched the well, oh no, that's a lie. I did watch the anime a bit. I watched like the first season of it, and then I read the manga in my recent, like this year. Unbox it here next home. Nah. I did buy like a few Nendoroids semi-recently that I do want to unbox though. Specifically, there was Apollo Justice and Haruhi from Ouran High School. But I just can't help think about the fact that I bought these things that I know that like when I die it's just gonna go into trash. It's gonna go into a landfill somewhere. And I'm like, man, I gotta stop buying stuff. I gotta stop buying stuff that's like hobby related things, like merchandise and stuff. I'll spend money on food. I'll spend money on household necessities. I'll spend money on like clothes when they get worn down. Like my bath towel that I somehow I guess I've used it long enough that like it ripped down the middle. It's like a big gaping hole down the middle, and I was like, oh no. I had a backup towel, but its ass squeezed me. I decided to treat myself and I ordered pasta with garlic bread, and it tasted pretty good. I think when I reheated it, I had to add some salt to it though, because there wasn't as much flavor in the pasta. But the great thing about pasta is that it always tastes better when you reheat it. It gives a chance for the flavor of the sauce that you have to really soak into your dish. Also, garlic bread. Garlic bread makes the head go brr. Currently wearing pajamas that has both knees open. What the hell what do you do on your knees that you're ripping it in your knees? Are you bending down a lot in your PJs? I don't know. My PJ pants usually get worn down pretty quickly too. Probably because I'm in them like all day since I work from home and I don't go anywhere. You bend your knees while you sleep? You got some stiff ass pants. You got some stiff ass PJ pants. Or you that, or you have really pointy knees. I don't know how people sit on their knees for anything. Or get on their knees for anything. The few times I had to get on my knees to like either like pick something up or clean something on the floor or like do whatever, it's just all bone. And it hurts. I'm like, what do you mean? How do people get on their knees for long periods of time? This shit fucking hurts. I've watched so many books in the last 3 or 4 years. It's so easy to just impulsively buy books because at least with books, it seems like, you know, it's like a nice like thing to spend money on because you're learning and you're reading stuff and all that whatever. It's better than like spending money on like shit. But unless you're it's one of the more like accepted things to spend money on, I feel like. It's a hobby. Hello, Casey. You're late? That's okay. There was no set time for it. Welcome to the stream. I mean, I scheduled the stream, but it's not meant to be like a you have to be here at this time or else you die. The last book that I bought that wasn't like manga was a book that I bring with me whenever I commute to work in my bag, but I can't bring myself to read it for some reason. I just like I'm not interested in reading it, so it's been left unread. And it's a book about like it's like a nihilism or something. It was a book about like not. It's kind of like one of those like what's the point of living or something. I forget what it was. I think I talked about it like a few months ago. What's it called? The Conspiracy Against the Human Race. Thomas? Wait, no. Oh no, that's not. It's not about this book. Wait, what? Behind the scene of life lurks something pernicious that makes it what? What is this book about again? Ligotti takes the penetrating lens of his imagination and turns it on his audience, causing them to grapple with the brutal reality that they are living a meaningless nightmare, and anyone who believes otherwise has simply fallen under the spell of optimistic fallacy. Oh, it's about like what's the point of living? It's like the act of living is just seems like such a waste or something like that. What happened to the others? Other what? If you don't see people talking, it just means that they're probably not on the stream anymore. They're just not talking. I don't think this is the sort of stream that has like really a constant flux of like yapping. Unless you're talking about the people that I might be responding to elsewhere. I am dual streaming. So I'm streaming on YouTube and also on Twitch at the same time. So if you see me responding to people and you don't see a chat that pertains to that, it's probably because it's coming from Twitch. Which makes it very confusing. Twitch size has the greasiest rats. Nope, they said it, not me. I wish there was, I'm sure that there is at this point, but currently with Stream Elements, the way I have it set up is that you can't have like a chat. I don't know how to make it so that a chat can show up with both the YouTube and the Twitch chat merged together. I know that would be confusing, but whenever I watched another streamer do a dual stream, they tend to also do the same thing where they'll like refer to like their Twitch chat or the YouTube chat, and they don't really bring up the fact that they're seeing two different chats. Gives cupcakes to owner and Twitch. Who's owner? Am I owner? Or you mean the owner of Twitch? I don't think he deserves cupcakes. I didn't remember how I set it up so that chat can be on stream. Like in terms of like, there's like a certain code or something that you have to put in. Some settings and stuff like that, which I just don't remember. I can't be bothered. I don't quite care enough about my stream layout that I want to go through the hassle of of making it better for viewers. I just hit live. The most effort I'll do is if I like want to bring out my VTuber model, but VTuber where? VTuber who? Oh, I'm the owner of the live. I see. Well, thank you for the cupcake then. I appreciate it. Does OBS support template import export? Probably. I don't really know what that means, but probably. The thing is that once I had this all set up at one point with how I have my stream set up, I just don't mess with it too much. And then if I try to mess with it, I'm not gonna remember how anything worked. I'm the type of person that'll learn a thing, and then once the thing has been taken care of, I just forget it immediately. That applies to Twitch, that applies to streaming, that applies to content creating, that applies to my VTuber stuff, applies to anything in life. YouTube's acting up? Bro, I can't watch diddly dick on Twitch these days. It's like no matter how many times I update my driver, it always does the stuttering thing. Which just bums me out because like Turning off IPv6 setting. I don't know what that is. That just sounds like that sounds like a jumbled mess of things that you sound like you made up. I don't know anything. Tech is so like complicated, and I get it. It has to be complicated to make things work, but like, man. Ask Hunter. Nah, it's alright. I just simply won't watch Twitch. Then again, I don't really watch Twitch that often anyway. I'll tune in to some streams here and there to see just what they're up to, but like, my heart belongs to just re-watching old videos on YouTube of like people's either playing certain games or watching some old YouTubers' older content that I just miss dearly. I'm kind of hating how everything is turning out in this pile of scribbles. But I did also start the stream with saying that there's a bunch of half-baked drawings, so I guess I can't say I'm surprised. Any specific LP? Nah. It's just whatever games that people are playing with like their friends. Like their friend slop games. And it's just background noise while I either play a game or think about my mortal existence. You know, the usual. Very good hair, thank you. I work hard on hair because it's hair that I can't have. Because something changed in my genetics that makes my hair weird now. So it's like if I can't have good hair, then I'll try to give other people good hair. Yes. That deals with aliens now or something. At first, when I first heard about it and I tried reading it, I was like, I don't fucking care. What do you mean aliens? I realized that I don't really care about alien stuff. But then, where did my hair tie go? I lost my hair tie. Huh? Huh? Where did my hair tie go? Okay, I'll use my second hair tie, I guess. Is the music gonna start back up? I guess you don't have to. I guess we could just sit here in silence while I tie my hair. Down, brow, 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 brow. That's weird. I put loop playlist, but it doesn't loop the playlist. What's the point of that loop playlist button if it doesn't loop the playlist? Loop playlist. It's nice, and I like the quote-unquote alien characters, I guess. But I started rereading, or rather, I got back into Naruto a little bit, and it's so hard. I have to really push myself to read it, just because it's so old. The pacing of it is like not what I'm used to with these like the current manga stuff, which is hard to explain unless you actually read it. But I'm getting through it. I'm getting through it. Legit question? Sure, go ahead. Why not? Okay. I thought you had a question for me, but you're saying that you're replying to what I was saying about the loop playlist button. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like ad blocker making something go wrong. The ad blocker it'd be blocking the ads on the YouTube, but it also makes YouTube do things. It makes it so that I can't do certain things on YouTube. You know, gives and takes. I'll do what I gotta do to avoid those ads, especially when I'm on YouTube. What do you call it? YouTube Premium? Is that what their service is called? Do they have a service on YouTube where it blocks ads or it doesn't show ads? Kind of like how Twitch has like Prime subs and stuff like that, and Turbo. Does YouTube have that? I feel with the amount of videos that I watch on YouTube, I really the least I should be doing is probably YouTube Premium. Does it do the thing where it doesn't show ads? Is that what it is? And also, how much does it cost? Well, I guess there's no point of asking you because you're not based in the U.S. YouTube Red? I don't think YouTube Red's a thing anymore, or they've rebranded it. YouTube Red. That ain't too bad, especially with how much I'm on YouTube, like the most out of any site really. $140 for a year. Oh, it's $14 a month? What did I just see that was $12.99? Why'd you lie to me? Most videos are ad-free. Ads may appear on music, content, and shorts. Premium Light. Anyway, I'll look into that on my own if I feel like wasting money. You can download videos to watch offline. I guess there's a lot of people that watch videos when they're like out and about on their phones and stuff like that, right? I personally don't do that, but I know a lot of people do that. Which the offline downloading and watching it offline is probably great for you. I feel like if I end up being someone that watches videos on the phone when I'm out and about, I feel like I'm be more prone to like brain rot. So I try not to let myself do that. I'd rather read or like scroll like Reddit and stuff like that. I have music videos download that I listen to my walk to work. Oh, see, I just like have music. I just have music. Although I do have a playlist on YouTube for music that I like to listen to when I'm like, if I don't want to have a video playing. But I curate my own like music playlist, whether it's with music that I buy or music that I download, that I rip off on YouTube, rip off of YouTube, whatever. I only do that when it's like music that I can't buy, because it's not available to buy. Either way, it's cool stuff. I'll think about it. But given how subscription services are, where they raise their prices like every year, I have to be willing to accept those raises in price. Then again, I save a lot of money as is because I'm not subscribed to anything outside of like a Brutal Moose subscription, which is like $6. I don't have Netflix or like any of that stuff. So inadvertently, I save a lot of money as is. I save a lot of money by being a very boring individual by not watching anything. Ha ha ha. Ho 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 ho. Hiu ho ho ho. Achu po 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 po. Am I getting hungry? Wow. I need to pee. But I also am getting hungry. I'm just glad to see my stream is stable. There hasn't been any like significant frame drops. Drop frames. Frame drops, whatever, same thing. Get dropout, create comedy videos. I don't really like watching like comedy videos and stuff like that. I don't like watching like skits, I guess you would call them. The only content I really eat on YouTube is like people playing like certain games or content from like 5 years ago from like creators that are like that do video essays, or that's about it, I guess. I'm really not good at branching out or like watching like things in general. I'm such a boring individual. This is why I end up just talking about things that really aren't like relevant to like culture, really. Unless it's like stuff from like on a basic level that I learn about on like Reddit, or I just hearken to the past of things that I did partake in. Like anime from like 2000s. Oh, I remember when Lucky Star was the rage, or oh, everybody loved Oran the high schools, you know, or oh, yaoi, you know. Cooler than others. Hearts of Iron 4. Never heard of it. That's cool. Am I looking forward to anything? I'm looking forward to finally moving, probably. It's about World War. It feels like people are so like uninvolved with other people's issues to a degree where like it feels like another world war just simply wouldn't happen, but I don't know. Who knows? Maybe the people in power will do it so they can get like a good like couple of bucks. Call of Duty Modern Warfare plays with that scenario. What, World War 3? We just wouldn't. I just feel like society as a whole just wouldn't be able to survive if we got into a world war. We're like so spoiled. You know, people in this generation are like less likely to want to, are less likely to feel patriotic enough to join a war. But then they get drafted, they're gonna be people who are just aren't capable of like even doing like training stuff. I know I wouldn't. I'd probably cry every day. Work can manifest in so many ways. True. Anything can set it off. I just hope that if it happens, um, unless it's like a revolution. I guess a revolution wouldn't be called a war. Well, the people in power might think of it as a war, but if revolutions ever come forth where the people being oppressed and stuff, trying to take back control of their freedoms and stuff, then have at it, but... Midwest U.S. folk World War II was mostly touched them by their husbands and sons going to the front, having to work for war materials. Otherwise, they live fairly normal lives. Yeah, but you don't want to. I just would hate to be a person that lives in a time where like you have someone that you know, or just like family or loved one, that's being sent out to war and then dying, getting killed in action, killed on the line of duty and all that stuff, which I guess could happen since I know people in the military, but you know, I don't want to hear that. I don't want that. Especially knowing that like they're fighting for a country that like doesn't even care about them, you know? It's one thing, I think a good majority of them aren't, because they recruit people who are like down on their luck usually. At least in this part of the world, you know? I mean, that's why my friend joined. Bruh, all these drawings are so directionless. I don't think it's been so long that I've just drawn a random assortment of people that are not tied together in the slightest. It feels weird. I guess it feels weird in general to just be drawing at all. How long has your family, including your grandparents, lived in the US? For as long as... I don't know about my grandparents. My parents... They came around the time when my sister was, like, born. Before she was born, not that long before. So... 36 years, I'd imagine, something like that. I don't know about the other people in my family. There were other family members that came here like well before my parents did. I can't say I care to ask about the details. And even if I did ask, I would have definitely forgotten anyway. We's the first generation. French kissing the floor. Oh, why you gotta put it like that, man? He's just going bleh. My tummy is starting to cramp because it's hungry. Get over yourself. I'll eat later. That forehead slammed plenty of door. What if I told you that he never once hit his head on a door? It's because all doorways in his world look like this. Wait. Let's get a better perspective. There we go. See, you think he's weird because his head is long, but turns out in his world everyone has long heads. Look, I'll draw his wife too. Why does my tummy gotta feel... I wish my tummy would just fucking grumble or growl, whatever your stomach does when it's hungry. For some reason, it feels like it's like holding in a... It's similar to like holding in a sneeze. My tummy is being annoying. Long hair. Wow. This is their baby. When they hit puberty, that's when the head starts getting longer, depending on their genes, the genetics. It's not Stewie. It's not Stewie. He's not Stewie. He's not Stewie. He has like, if I give, does Stewie have hair? I don't remember. If I give him hair, then you can't say he's Stewie. There, see? He has hair. Wow. The trick is there's a hidden door in their head that when you open it up, inside lives a bird. A nice little home for the bird. with a little light attached. There you go. A perfect little home. Wow. Anyway, what do they do for their day job? He is in charge of hand applying lubricant to all condoms. He's the luber. Condom luber. Her job is to burn down the houses of people who don't separate their recyclables from their trash. Arsonist. Eco. Kind of eco-friendly arsonist, but only for trash separation. Oops, separation. This guy's job is to eat all the gum. The team of gum leftover disposal is a team of like 5 people, all ranging in different ages. Here's the gum in his hand right now. Here's one of the gums in his hand that he managed to save. This bird's job in his head, he is a physical therapist for Roombas. There you go, that's the life that they live. Let me give her a match. She's a match. There you go. The bird gets the best salary. The bird gets paid minimum wage. So yes, he gets the best salary. He gets paid minimum wage, and everyone else gets paid less than minimum wage because they're being exploited by the evil corporations of their world or something. I don't know. And she doesn't get paid at all because she's burning people's houses down. Meet the fucking weirdos. Oops, that's not how I spell weirdos. Weirdos. There you go. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Anyway, I think that's sort of where I think that's just where I'm gonna end it. I think I've run out of juice. Does the lady have a bird in her head too? No, she hasn't. It's not her time yet. You get that when you reach a certain point in your life. That's it. That's it. What a memorable stream that was, huh? During a bunch of fucking weird nothings. Next time I stream will be whenever I stream. I think I hope me probably not. I was gonna say maybe this weekend if I have time I'll do Ace Attorney, but I don't know. Oh, I don't know. What if I just take off on a weekday and do it? Not that I have to. But if I stream again, I'll mention it on the Blue Skies or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll feel lazy and I won't feel like doing anything. Who knows? Who knows? A short stream. But at least the stream never went down or buffered or anything. We'll see. I'm gonna go make a pee and then go eat my din din and then continue thinking about how living is a chore, and then I'll drink more water. Thanks a lot for hanging out with me though. Thanks a lot to those that subscribed on the YouTubes. Thanks for all the resubs, and thank you for hanging out with me as I streamed and talked about absolute nonsense. I will see you guys next time. Have a safe Halloween if you plan on doing anything for it. I will. Oh wait, Halloween is this Friday, right? Huh. Oh wait, is anyone live right now? Oh. What if I do that thing? What if I raid into Brutal Moose? I'm gonna raid into Brutal Moose. Hang on. Brutal. No, how do you do it? Brutal. How do you Brutal Moose? Wow. Tomorrow is not the. Maybe the tournament tomorrow for you is the 31st. Tomorrow for us is the 30th. But yeah. I guess when I raid, the stream doesn't end, right? But you guys get sent over there. How do I? You have like these obnoxious messages. You don't have to say anything. You can say hi. Okay, I'll do the raid thing. All right, thanks again, guys. Appreciate you keeping me company. And now I do it a raid. Good bees. Goodbyes. Wow. And then for the YouTube kids,